Valerie Bender, and I'm doing the peer review for Carly on her narrative part 1. She does complete the requirement of 40 pictures. She has a little bit over 40, so that's good. Um, she's telling us definitely telling a story throughout this. It's very clear that it's a modern version of the Cinderella story. We have her starting up here cleaning, and she's just in everyday clothes, and then you get down here and she's doing her makeup, which is really good, and you have a lot of good shots of that. And then she changes outfits into her dressed up clothes and then loses her shoe just like in Cinderella. So I think that's a really good representation of what it would look like just now in modern day in a natural environment without anything too crazy going on. This definitely creates moments step by step of what happens and has a really strong timeline. It's definitely more of a dreamlike feel just because Cinderella is a fairy tale, which also brings up the nostalgia feel of it. Um, I really think that it portrays the dream feel because of where it starts from the beginning, and you can kind of tell throughout it how excited like the main character gets towards the end. Like in this picture, you have her smiling as opposed to the beginning when she was kind of upset. So I think that really shows a good sense of character development as well. Um, Carly definitely used some good elements and principles of design to compose these images. I would say it's hyperreal just because it's a more realistic version of Cinderella, and it's something that could happen just every day and kind of brings a more real feel to normally a fairy tale thing that kids would think could never happen. So it's cool to see that in person. Um, the conflict here is definitely easy to tell. She starts cleaning. You can see her cleaning, and then she starts getting ready. It's starting to be a little better. She's starting to get excited with these smiles. Gets dressed up and then loses her shoe, which is a little more conflict there. But it gets returned to her, and she's happy again. So that's really good. And again, the timeline makes sense and it's really accurate, which helps with the whole overall concept of a narrative. Um, as I said before, what story is the artist trying to tell you? It's a modern Cinderella that could happen to anyone instead of the whole crazy talking animals and pumpkins. So that's really cool how she made it her own in her own environment. The best picture to me is probably, I really like these mirror pictures. I think the lighting is really cool here, and you can see her reflection and her smile again, so you know it's like a positive part of the plot, and you know she's feeling better than when she was cleaning, which is really good. Um, Also, it's like this one has really good detail in it, and it's a planned out photo, but it's also kind of live action, so you can really get an idea of what's happening. So I think that's really good as well. Um, I also really like this photo. I think this is a good, like, candid. You can see that she's dressed up, ready to go out. Some of the worst photos up here, I can't really tell if what's on the counter is planned out or not. It does look like kind of positioned to where it could help with the storyline, but I don't think the image are in focus enough to like really tell what that is. So I would think it kind of just distracts the audience more than helping with the photograph because you're trying to like look at that and see if it could maybe fit into the storyline, which I kind of think is just like random items. So I wasn't a huge fan of these. I think these could maybe be improved a little bit. Um, what is good though is the costume change. She starts out here in these normal clothes, changes, and you can tell that Carly really put a lot of time into like the costume changes and what she was gonna do overall throughout the project. To improve, I would say I don't totally understand what's going on with the black and white versus the colored pictures. It kind of seems to me like it's just random pictures that are black and white. I think it'd be really cool if like the black and white were only the ones where like she's upset like cleaning, so like all the cleaning were black and white, and then you get to her doing her makeup and it like gets brighter, and then when she like finds her shoe it's like really bright because she's really excited about it. But right now I feel like the black and white's a little on the random side, and that it would be a lot better if the colors change depending on the mood to kind of create a dramatic effect. But besides that, I think the pictures are really good. They're in focus, they have meaning to them, they have a lot of cool angles, and they're very diverse.